Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jesse Jackson III, best-selling author and facilitator of the Don't Kick 'Em Out book and training series, here to deliver behavior strategies that I know that works. Now, I have behavior strategies for the pre-K and elementary school, and these are the behavior strategies that I think, that I know kind of fit better with the upper school, because that means to me that's the sixth grade and up. Now, I kind of have some different ways to go about things in high school, but I just, for the sake of discussion, we made this for the upper school. So, but once again, with the foundation for behavior strategies, you want to make sure you do things that work. And we don't do theory. These are things we do. These are things we know, and these are things we do. These are things that we know. So, and I think a key piece is here with behavior, and this is what I want teachers to really understand, because we have so many flawed ideas, and we're talking about the system, about how we treat people. We believe we can model for people how to teach or how to manage a classroom. The reason why I know that's kind of very inconsistent, because the individual must find themselves. So the strategy, and this is why, I used to be the type of guy like, man, I don't even do the strategy thing, but I had to simplify it for people, because they would say, well, give me some strategies. The thing I'm always trying to do is build people up, because as you become a better person and become more built up in the confidence area, the understanding area, you actually respond that way. You can't try to act like someone else acts. You can't try to say, I'm going to do it the way Jackson did it. That I know that doesn't work. What you do is you take things from people, but you got to keep building yourself up. That's the emphasis here. As I get better, it gets better. And what is the better I get? Emotionally better. As I get more aware of my feelings, aware of my differences, how I'm communicating, how I talk to people. That's how I get a better result. And that's how it kind of works. So just trying to do what somebody else did. This is why best practices don't travel. They never will, because they're based on best people. A best practice is based on best people. So to think you're going to get that outcome that they got in Brooklyn or in Philadelphia or in Houston, that's delusional. It's just it's diluted. But people need to have that so they can be like, well, at least we have some kind of blueprint to go by, which is fine. I can give you the blueprint, but unless you work on the people, the blueprint won't help you. So any practice that's going to work for you, it denotes that you're going to actually do the people part of the process too. So even when I give you this list, be aware there's a personal development side to the things I'm asking you to do. Let's take a look. You got number one, give hourly reminders concerning expectation. Now think this through. What would be the personal side of that? That means I become persistent. That means I'm comfortable with the fact that I'm going to say the same thing over and over and over again, and I'm not going to stop. Even when they say we got it, we know already. I'm not going to stop. It's called persistence. And that means I am not moved by others' response to me. It's personal. Then the second piece is, don't horseplay or joke with these kids. Guys, I've never seen this amount of teachers joking and screwing around with kids. It'll always come back and get you and beat you in the tail. You can't play with this kid. You'll lose that every time. So that means, one, what's the personal side of that? Be serious. Don't play. Be serious. Then the thing is, number three is, take a hard line stand on your rules. Find the non-negotiables. I like to always tell teachers, don't break your own rules. If you know you have rules, why would you negotiate with your own rules? They're your rules, but you don't keep them. So why you got them? It's just foolish. But that's character. That's you. What is it about you that allows you to be so flexible that you don't keep your own rules? Now let's stay with you in this process, not theory. They're your rules. It's not even the school rules. Yours. Come on now. Help yourself. That doesn't even make sense. Come on now. Number 4. Don't make rules that you don't believe in or don't like to enforce. So don't make something that's hard for you to do. We like rules that at least that you know you believe in and that you're going to enforce every time. It's some people that will never ever tolerate profanity. And I mean, they are a stickler about it. And the kids know. And if a kid slips up, they're apologizing because they know that offends her or him. We don't do it. So it becomes very, imperative that you got to have rules that you believe in. No, we're talking about your classroom rules. The building rules are what they are, but you have to understand in your infrastructure, don't make a rule you don't believe in or don't like to enforce because you're going to be a jellyback about it. That's personal. That's personal. That's personal development, understanding rules. We like to say number 5 is you got to explain the why of the rules. Tell people exactly this is what the purpose of this rule is. So like cell phones, I don't allow cell phones in my class, any of my classes, because it's rude. And I make that very clear. It's not a distraction. It's rude. You're being rude when you're doing this when I'm talking. It's rude. And I've never met a person who wants to be rude. Explaining to kids why you're doing the things you're doing helps them to understand, not don't do it because I said don't do it. That's limited. Don't watch your mouth or don't curse because I said don't curse. Why are you talking like that? Cause man, nope. You got to figure out a better way to express yourself. That's not going to work. Number 6, increase your level of supervision, more engagement. That means this is not a sit down job. I mean, as a lot of teachers, you can always catch them at the desk. Okay. Well, don't be surprised. These kids, you got to walk up on these kids, get in their business. You got to be known as a teacher that's on constant moving around that classroom. You got to be known as a principal that's always in motion. Always in motion. People know I'm always coming through here. I'm always watching. Everybody's being supervised. And that's the way we do things. Kids got to know that. Not I'm stuck at the desk and they think they can be over there doing something in secret. Nah, pull up. I gave you assignment. What's going on right now? Check in the tool. What's happening? What's on this computer right now? Let's see. I'm telling you, increase your level of supervision. Number 7 says bring a stable adult personality to school every day. That's not influenced by your emotions. So notice what I said, a stable adult personality, not juvenile, not frustrated, not having meltdowns, not arguing with your principal, a stable adult personality to work every day. You should not be a person we don't know who's going to come to work every day. How's she feeling? Okay, well, okay. Let's just make she okay. We can go down there today. No, that's not good. Number 8, get organized. Stay organized. Get organized. Stay organized. I'm working on my organization, but I'm gonna get it. I'm getting better, much better at it, and I'm gonna be proficient in my organization and proficient in my planning, proficient in my organization, proficient in my planning. I have found that when I do walkthroughs through the building, I can look at a teacher's desk oftentimes, and it tells a story about their ability to manage. This organization, it causes a problem with the way you manage people. I like to always say this is how you know if you've got something going on. If your car's junky. Got a car junkie is telling a story. You'll get it on the way home about your emotions. Think about that. A junky car. Think about it. Number 9, enforce all rules. If they're the rules, no exception. Enforce the rules. Don't physically touch this kids. It goes bad. Grabbing and touching kids. I've never seen it work. And when you do it, you get a negative outcome, and then now it's went the wrong way. Don't touch me. Oh, dog. And now people, talking about, I'm calling my mother and all that. I'm saying smart money. We don't touch kids. We don't touch other folks' kids. Practice controlling yourself and teach kids to control themselves. We don't put our hands on children. It never works. It always goes bad. Always goes bad. Always goes bad. I remember had one colleague say at a training, and her colleague gasped when she said it. Well, what do I do if I'm telling a kid to do something and he won't do it? I feel like I need to help physically move the kid where he needs to be. Her colleague said, huh? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why you always got parents want to come up here and fight you and beat you up over something their kid told them. I don't practice touching kids. You'll control yourself. That's not the direction I go at any time. It'll never work out for me. And it definitely won't work out for you. Number 11, focus on the life side of behavior. What is and what is not acceptable in society. You can't just curse your boss out and think you're going to keep employment. You can't just walk off the job like these kids want to walk out of class. Explain the life side of behavior. there's a life side. Kids have to know there's a real life to their behavior actions. So we don't want to teach the theory of consequences. We want to teach the what this behavior really means. And so we know with suspensions, how suspension says you're not employable. You can't get along with people, you're gonna get fired. You're unemployable. You have to be able to convey that. That works. Why? Because it causes the kid to think. Think. Think, young person. Use your brain. Please use your brain. Number 12, keep the parent in the loop at all times. No excuses from the parent. I want to send email, calls, or text messages. You got to keep a good cell phone number on file at the school at all times if you want your kid to go to school here. New standards and new practice. I'm going to let the parent know what's going on all the time. Period. Period. Is it hard? Yes. What's harder? Filling out referrals, being in parent conferences, people cussing you out, accusing you of being incompetent. What's harder? Always sending that text, always sending that email, or being accused of being incompetent? Thank you. And last but not least, number 13, don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skill. We're not going to have less problems. This is going to get worse every year. Why? Families are getting worse. Families are going into a darker place. So the teacher has to wish and put themselves in position. You can't say, oh, I wish it's better. No, you get better. More skill will help you master the problem. That, my friend, these are the behavior strategies I know work. I do them. You should do them too. You get a much better outcome, result, and you'll stop reacting and proacting. Proacting beats reaction every single time. Dr. Jackson, please share these with your peers. You know you need help in these areas. That's what I'm here to do. Guys, always stay true to the fundamentals. The fundamentals will never get you beat. Jackson out. I'll see you in class.